Hello everyone, my name's Lee and welcome to my new channel, FriendLeeFishkeeping. I've actually been into fish husbandry for a couple of years now, I'd say since 2021. I am by no means an expert fish keeper, but I've had a decent amount of success and I've learned a lot about the hobby and wanted to show off, not only my glorious fish tanks, but I also just wanted to share, tips and tricks that have worked for me. To those who may be interested in getting into the hobby, or if, you're already into fish keeping, maybe these tips will help you out. Currently have about 8 tanks right now. 6 of the tanks are at my house, and the other 2 are at my work office. So as far as the fish that I currently keep, I've got a bunch. I've got cherry barbs, male and female, neon tetras. Actually, I have neon and black neon tetras. I have skirt tetras. Some of them are the glowfish variant. I have loaches, lots of loaches. I've got coolie loaches, polka dot, and yo-yo loaches. And also in the office, I've got neocardina shrimp, specifically snowball shrimp. Also here in my house, I've got a betta fish named Blue Cheese, a bunch of white cloud minnows, pleco. I have a pair of African claw frogs and a black molly tank. With that said, I just wanted to do a quick tour of the tanks I have at my house. And I'm going to start here with one of my favorite tanks, even though they're all my favorite tank. This is the 33-gallon black molly tank, seen right over here. The one thing you'll notice about all my tanks is tons of plants. They have, usually we'll always have like pothos or mini monstera, tons of floating plants. We've got some frog bit, water lettuce, and I hate duckweed because it's a weed. It grows like crazy. But I'm all about having plants growing immersed out of the fish tank. As you can see, the root system is just going nuts here. The plants help to keep the water clean. They are absorbing ammonia, nitrite, nitrate. It keeps the water clean, and since the water is clean, that means less water changes, which is nice. I still do water changes like every couple of weeks, but I could probably go longer. Going over here, I have a couple other tanks here. This is my 45-gallon, I don't really know what kind of tank you call this, but it's 45 gallons, as you can see. Also planted, lots of pothos and mini monstera. Oh, and peace lily. I've got a peace lily growing here. I love peace lilies. They also are great root system. Keeps the water clean. As you know, I'm a big fan of that. I mean, and a lot of these houseplants, you can just get at like Home Depot or Lowe's. You just go to the garden section, you buy them, you take them home, you just hose off all the dirt until only the root is left. You plop the roots in the tank, and you gotta make sure that the leaves are out of the water. Get a nice bright light going, and boom, that's it. But yeah, this is the 45-gallon community tank. It has skirt tetras. This is the glow skirt tetra. Black neon tetras. The OG skirt tetra, or the black skirt tetra. Oh, I've got a couple cherry barbs still in here. I think they were one of the first fish added to this tank. Still going strong. Got one guppy. I need to get her, it's a female. I need to get her more buddies because she is the only guppy in there. I like to keep multiple fish of the same species. I find that the fish are less stressed when they have more of their own kind. When they're not stressed, they don't get sick and they don't die. So they last longer, they live longer, they're happier. So need to get that guppy some more friends. Oh, these are the female cherry barbs right over there. The reds are the males, and these like, I don't know, tan, brown looking ones are the female. And where's my pleco? I have a pleco in here, but I think he is hiding. He also tends to blend in. Well, I don't think I can see him right now, but he's in there, promise. Over here I have my white cloud minnow tank. Actually I have 2 white cloud minnow tanks, and I might be consolidating them. These are the orange variant, the gold white cloud minnow, which I think are really cool looking, very hardy fish. They don't need a heater, which is great. I mean, the temperature in my house is like 70 degrees, but they can deal with temperature as low as 40 degrees. And I've got these peace lilies here, 3 of them. Roots going crazy. as you can see. Down here, I just got these guys. This is these are the long fin white cloud mountain minnows. And I like them a lot, but the only problem is, I feel like I didn't think about this, but in this tank it's kind of hard to see them. So I might end up just putting them in here, we'll see. Then over here is my betta fish. His name is Blue Cheese. There he is over there. And here we've got a dwarf peace lily. It's a small one, never gets big, along with some frogbit and duckweed, Anubias, and oh god, I forget which one that is, but that's the mini Anubias. Yeah, this is Blue Cheese. I've had him for a couple of years now, since early 2023, April of 2023. He's still going strong, but he does have, looks like a tumor on around his eye, so I've just been monitoring that. But he's had it for a while, but he's still very active and eating and swimming around the tank, so I'm hoping it's just like a benign tumor, but it's just something I'm keeping an eye on. If it gets any worse, we will have to go to the vet. Okay, so here we have my 55-gallon, although it's not filled to the top, African claw frog tank. I've got 2 claw frogs currently. This is Lola. She is a reticulated albino claw frog. And then I have an albino frog who is hard to see. His name is Yumulak. And I know you're probably thinking this tank looks kind of boring. Claw frogs are pretty easy to take care of. You know, we just feed them like Reptomin pellets and maybe some earthworms that I'll find outside. But they like to get stuck in stuff. My old frog, Powder, unfortunately passed away a couple years ago. I had bought this rock decoration from PetSmart and didn't realize there was a hole under the decoration. Powder swam into the rock, and they need to come up for air every couple hours, like Lola is doing here. And he got stuck, and unfortunately was not able to come up for air. And by the time I found him, it was too late. So that was very sad. So I'm very careful about what I put in this tank. These don't look very flashy. I mean, I think they're cool looking, but they are light. The frogs, they're PVC pipes, and the frogs love to hide in them. They can't get stuck in them. And if they do, they can always bust out of them. They're very light. The claw frogs love to destroy plants, so I have fake plants in here. Although I did just add lucky bamboo. So that is helping to keep the water clean. See, you got the roots growing. Nice orange roots there. I usually feed them like Reptomin over here. These little pellets every other day. Or some earthworms that I either find in the yard or buy at the pet store. And, oh yeah, no substrate. I mean, you can put sand for these guys, but a lot of people do bare bottom just because if you put gravel or sand, they like to ingest the sand and the gravel, and sometimes they can get impacted and that can cause them to die. So I keep it simple, bare bottom, no risk of that, and easy to clean up, even though I know this is the worst time to be doing a video because it looks very dirty in there. But when you get your gravel vac and you're cleaning, you just suck it up. It's very easy to find. And yeah, that's the basic gist of the claw frog tank. Okay, technically I lied. I do have another tank here. This is just a temporary quarantine tank I set up. But in this tank, I only have one little fish. It's one little black molly fry. It's just a temporary tank. I'm just waiting for him to get a little bigger because, so black mollies are live bearers. So they just give birth to live fry. And a lot of the times the parents will just eat the fish unless you separate them. So I've got about 14 black mollies in my 33-gallon tank. I thought they would just be giving birth and then eating some babies, and you know, I was gonna let nature just sort that out. But unfortunately, every time my mollies give birth, they just eat them. Like I've seen them just give birth and then shoot, you know, the baby gets shot out and then the fish just eats it like right on the spot. So my tank has been consistently at 14. I'm trying to make it like 15 by keeping this little guy alive. But when he gets bigger, I will put him back in the tank with everybody else. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of my channel. I hope to be making more videos. I do want to show off the 2 tanks over at my work office, so I'll do that, I guess, next time, since I'm not going to work on my day off just to do that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. All right, take it easy.